Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the Bowie knife. It's been a long time coming, but it's finally part 4. It is thick, it is covered in scale, and what we've got to do is we've got to take that scale off. So it's now time to make some doors. What we now have is a very roughed out blade. I'm not going to do any more than roughing it out just till now because it's not straight, it's bent. And before anything is thinned out further, we need to address that. Look at that. This bends all the way down like that. This tang bends all the way down. And we're not particularly central to our bolster / guard material. But that's okay, because we're problem solvers with blowtorches. So I'm going to sight down it, see where it needs to go, and it needs to come this way about... No, it doesn't. Ooh. That's a problem. Just give me a sec. Ah, I see the issue. So the tang is also bent, and I had it locked in the tang. It needs to be locked on the bolster area, and we're going to use that as our building block. So, I'm going to lock it down. Okay. Now we're going to check the twist. Ooh. No, I like it. I like it. That's good. Oh no, that doesn't look good. Now it's all bent off here from the tang, so we're going to warm up the tang and whoop, give it a little over that way. Okay, looks a little better. Check it for twist. Okay, I think we can work with that. All right, we got her a little straighter. We're going to grind it the rest of the way in. Here we go. So here is what I'm doing. I'm using the edge of the platen to bring in our integral guard area to true. You'll remember when I made the Chris, we used the milling machine to mill all of this in. Well, again, I referenced Colony Knife Co. Oh, I think on the first episode about his integral Bowie knife. Check him out on Instagram. I asked him, how did you end up doing that? He said he used a grinder. And I was thinking to myself, okay, The whole premise of this project here is I want to learn a great deal. I have tried using this stuff and the surface grinder to bring things into true and neat and evenness. What if I'm trying to make something fantastic without using that gear? Just on the belt grinder and just with the more basic tools than a surface grinder that can supposedly hold an accuracy of 1/10 of a 1,000th of an inch, which is small. What if it's a grinder, my eye, calipers, more basic tools? Can I still be accurate? The answer is probably yes, because lots of people can do great work with this equipment. And what is my methodology for doing the great work, attempting to do the great work? Well, what I'm doing is just ever so slightly working from all four sides. I'm bringing this section back. You see where we still have forge scale? We need to come back all the way to about here. So we still need to edge our way back another 1/4 inch. But while we do it, I have to be super cognizant that I'm keeping it all square in all four orientations. You see here, I just noticed on this back side, it's canted up there a few degrees. It's tricky because the forging was tight to the final dimensions we needed. You'll remember all the way back in part 2, I believe it was. Part 3! The difficulty I had in upsetting this, part 2, I have no idea. The difficulty that I had in upsetting this material to get it wide enough for our garden bolster, that there is the remnants of that fight. We've just got to grind past it and hope we still got enough. Otherwise, I've got to say, this thing is mean looking. This is one mean little fighting BOWIE. Back into the grinding room we go for a little more work. Woohoo! Righty-ho, we are out of the grinding room. We're here at the bench vise. We're going to be filing in this little ricasso area. Is it ricasso? Choil? Choil. I think it's choil. We're filing in this choil area here because I couldn't get in there with the belt. Once this is filed, it is time to harden it. So I'm going to do a little more of this. All I've got to do now is file that to be parallel. We got it all sorted there with the files, and now we should be ready to pull out of the forge for our first normalizing heat. That is a beautiful normalizing heat. Oh my goodness. And look at the pattern in the steel. That is stunning. Integral Turkish twist. Oh! Look at that! Oh my goodness. It's in the tempering oven. We're gonna do two 2-hour cycles at about 195 or 200 degrees Celsius. Make sure you hit subscribe, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow on the next episode. Something completely different, but subscribe, because it should be a lot of fun as ever. Thank you, bye-bye.